Okay, last one for today. Here's the slower version of News Roundup number 198. Foxes are usually regarded as a pest by farmers, but now they've also annoyed motorists in Tunbridge Wells in Kent, says The Guardian. Apparently, foxes have chewed through the brake cables of several cars, and police have warned drivers to check their brakes before setting off on journeys. Wildlife expert John Bryan was called in by police to see if there was an explanation other than deliberate damage to 6 vehicles in the second half of May, and he concluded that a family of teenage cubs, rather than a human vandal, had gnawed through the brake cables. Sorry, my computer suddenly went, "Your battery is running low," so I've had to pause it. I hope it's not too bad for you. It is the cubs who are teenage hooligans now, so they are up to all sorts. They get under cars and snap away at all the cables when they are hyped up, said John. The Daily Express tells us that people in Manchester really like their biscuits. Research by analysts Mintel showed that 96% of people from the northern city cannot resist a daily biscuit. Biscuit sales reached a record £1.8 billion last year, as Brits consumed 420,000 tonnes. A spokesman for the company said, "While the majority of people are concerned about sugar, Brits still love a biscuit treat, and sales of biscuits are holding up well." People who live to a ripe old age put their longevity down to a host of things, and great-grandmother Florence Guy, who has just turned 102, tells the Daily Express that her secret to a long life is doing a daily crossword before breakfast every morning. Florence, who lives in Bilborough, Nottingham, said, "I have had a good life. I'm not as good as I used to be at doing crosswords, but it keeps my brain young." You never know. A BBC story says that a dusty old cup found in a university cabinet has sold for £3 million after it was found to be a rare piece from the Chinese Ming dynasty. It was among a collection of antiques discovered by chance at Staffordshire University. Valued at £2 million, an unknown buyer paid £3.17 million at auction in Hong Kong. Professor Flavia Swan said the antiques had been discovered in the 1970s after a chance conversation with the head of the ceramic technology department. It was after they said, "I've got some dusty old pots cluttering up my corridor. Would you like to have a look?" The pots, including the cup, were put into storage at the university and only emerged again last year. Roman wooden tablets, unearthed by archaeologists, are the earliest handwritten documents ever found in Britain, reports the Daily Mail. They were found beneath a pub during work on financial news company Bloomberg's new European headquarters near the Bank tube station in London. Most of the documents, written in wax on a folding wooden frame, date from between AD 55 and 85. An Aston Martin prototype, which played a big role in the company's history, may sell for around £1 million, despite being a wreck which has not been driven for years. The Daily Express says the Aston Martin DB2 is a non-starter with damaged panels, a rusty engine, and an interior covered in cobwebs. It will be one of the star cars at Bonham's Goodwood Festival of Speed sale in West Sussex, and the auction house has given the Aston a guide price of £600,000 to £900,000, with premiums taking it to the £1 million mark. It seems that British boys are doing much better than girls when it comes to pocket money. The BBC reports on the annual pocket money survey carried out by the Halifax Building Society, which revealed that parents gave boys 13% more every week, and the gender gap has grown by 2% from the previous year. The survey involved more than 1,200 children and 575 parents, and found boys between 8 and 15 received an average of £6.93 a week, with girls getting £6.16. If, like me, you think that's unfair, perhaps we should start a campaign. Take care, see you soon.